All right, I'm back. Today's video, I have something special for y'all. Of course, the title of the video is how I made $10,000 with just one tattoo machine. And of course, it wasn't all at once. It was, in a couple of months. It took me to make that amount of money, to gross that amount of money. It's not subtracting all my bills and supplies and everything like that, but I was actually able to make 10 grand using one tattoo machine. And that's the Solo Pen Tattoo Machine by Time is Money Tattoo Equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and get out the machine for y'all, that way y'all can see it, check it out. You notice the box isn't super decorative or fancy, it's kind of straightforward. Comes with the cord, RCA cord, pretty standard. And there it is. This is the Solo pen. It is a really reliable pen. It's very lightweight. It's super easy to use. It's like by far one of my favorite pens. Comes with the grip. Let me open it up so y'all can check it out. All right. So you see it has the O-ring there. It's pretty standard stuff. Some machines I have or have reviewed would have like 2 O-rings. Okay. So I first came across this machine, I want to say maybe 6 months ago, somewhere in there. And I've been just hooked on this machine ever since. It's made me a lot of money. It's made it easy for me to make money. It's never broken down on me. Gives me smooth shading, gives me solid lines. It's just a really good pen. Of course, I've used and reviewed a lot of tattoo pens, and this one is just one of my absolute favorite ones. So, if y'all follow me, you know I like to get the specific details out the way first before going into my opinions and thoughts on the machine. So this machine, the Solo pen, it has a 0 to 3.5 millimeter needle protrusion. The working voltage is from 6 to 12 volts. And of course it has the RCA interface there. Makes it pretty simple. Some of the other machines that I've had or reviewed, they take a different type of wire or different cord. And I kind of stopped using a lot of those because most of the machines I mainly use are RCA. It's just so much easier for me to use the same cord for a different machine, so something to consider. So I know y'all are really wondering, like, how is that possible? How can you make that amount of money? You know, $10,000 with just one tattoo machine. A lot of people probably think you need multiple machines to accomplish something like that. But really, you just need one good machine. In this case, the Solo, which is good for both lining, shading, coloring, you know, it just does pretty much everything that I needed to do. Yep. All right, so let's get into something I know a lot of y'all want to know, want me to talk about, and that's going to be the price point for this machine. Right now, these machines are selling for $99.99. I picked this one up on eBay. I'll be leaving a link in the description so you guys can check them out. So $100 for a reliable machine like this it's really cheap. It's a really good price. They do have some kits, you know, that come with the power supply and foot pedal, you know, things like that. You can check that out as well. I'll put the link down there for that one. So you really can't beat the price, especially for something that's gonna help you make money. So another good point for this machine that helped me make, helped me gross $10,000 in a couple months is the weight. This machine is super lightweight. I'm gonna weigh it for you, that way you can see exactly how much it weighs. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's holding right at 5.14 ounces, which is a very, very lightweight machine. So this machine has been very easy, very simple for me to use. I never really had any problems switching out my cartridges or getting in my cartridges or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a liner in. That way you guys can kind of get an idea how easy it is to use this machine. Of course, this is a cartridge needle. I'm not gonna use it on anybody. I do keep cartridge needles like this for these type of purposes, for making videos. This one is a 7 liner. Very common tattoo needle size. See that? And of course the needle isn't out past the tube yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug the machine in, where you guys can see how it runs. And my power supply right now is set at 10 volts. Usually for me doing an outline with this machine, I'm running around 10 to 10.5 volts. It gives me some really good lines, really good clean lines with this machine. And you can hear how quiet it is. It's a very quiet machine. Very quiet machine. I didn't think about this when I, earlier in my career doing tattoos, but the sound of traditional machines, the louder sound of traditional machines, they tend to terrify customers or clients, especially if you're doing a piece on somebody's face or close to their ear. I don't have any face tattoos, but customers always tell me that machine right there by their ear is like a lot. So if you can use a rotary machine like this one, it's a lot easier for them because they don't have that loud machine in their ear. So you got that liner in there. I can take it out, I can replace it. It's simple, never give me any issues. I can even take and switch to a shader. This is it's a 9 mag shader. No problem. And I've used a wide range of cartridges through this machine. I've used everything from the Big Wasp cartridges, the Extreme cartridges. I use the Stigmas in this machine. I use some Quail cartridges. I mean, it takes whatever cartridge I have on hand, which is really important to me. I would never want to be in a position where I need a specific cartridge to run each machine, because I'm not always running the same machine. Sometimes I switch machines, and it's really important for me for each machine to be able to run different types of cartridges. But yeah, once again, you can tell how easy it is to get it out. Like, I'm done shading, I need to go back to my liner. Just pop that one out. Bam, pop that one in. I might have to adjust the needle protrusion, or how far the needle comes out, but that's about it. And I'm ready to go. Sometimes I'll turn my machine down if I'm going like from lining to shading or whatnot. But so this machine, I'd strongly recommend this machine, not just to professional artists. I mean, this machine would be great for a rookie, somebody who's just starting out in the industry, somebody who's looking for a good machine to start out with and have for a long time, as well as a lot of seasoned vets, could use this machine. It's just a really solid, really stable machine. So let's kind of get back into how I was able to make or gross $10,000 in just a couple of months using one tattoo machine. And to be honest, it was just tattooing people that came in. I started out using it to do smaller tattoos to see if I liked the way the machine tattooed, and it came out excellent. So from there, I began using this machine to do a lot of my bigger custom pieces. And by bigger pieces, I mean like ones that gonna take me like at least 4 to 5 hours. And then some of my other tattoo sessions, some of my tattoos, they can take multiple sessions to complete. So it's always good having a good reliable pen. So everybody that will come in for the last couple months, I've mainly been using this tattoo machine, this pen. Of course, in a professional shop, you're gonna have people coming in. You're gonna have, your clients, your appointments, as well as walk-ins. So I've just been using it on both. When I do have time to accommodate walk-ins, I use this machine doing smaller, tattoos or whatnot, and even on my custom tattoos. And that $10,000, of course, it's not counting all my cartridges, my gloves, my paper towels, my inks, all my expenses. Is just the amount that I was able to gross in just a couple of months. And I think that's a lot to be said for this machine. This machine actually gets its name, the Solo pen, by being the only pen you need. This pen is the only machine you really need, Of course, if you're doing, in a shop or in a convention or whatever, I always recommend having a backup machine, at least one. But this pen has just been doing it. It shows no signs of slowing down and just keeps on helping me produce work. So it's very reliable. And that's something that's I want to address that as well. It's very important because, especially in my situation, in my shop, when I'm doing tattoos, people pay very close attention to everything that I do. If, they see me going in my machine, going to do something, I stop tattooing them and I go to do something with my machine, they pay very close attention to exactly what I'm doing. So let's say if you have a machine like I had the Ambition machine, that machine would run great until it didn't. And I've had about 4 of those pens because I love the design. It was a wireless pen. It was really great for lining, shading. I could do so much with it, but it would break down. I have them running for, 2 months or so, and then that machine would just break down on me. And it would break down on me in the middle of a tattoo, which is not a good thing. Even though I have an extra machine I can just switch to or backup, sometimes I would have another Ambition pen, to use as a backup. It's still just not a good look. People looking at you and your machine going down in the middle of a tattoo is not good. So that's another great point about this machine. It's just really reliable for me. Great all-around machine. So at the end of this video, I will be posting some pictures of tattoos that I've done using this machine. That way you guys can check out, some of the work that I've done using it. So yeah, this machine, I highly, strongly recommend it, for your everyday machine. You could use it, you could buy one and use it as a backup, but man, it's just a really solid tattoo pen. So be sure to check out those, the pictures. I might do some videos in there, that way you guys can see the work. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, be sure to do so and click that like button. So as always, thanks for watching.